Hi, I'm Tammy.
And I'm Greg, and you're watching Chock full of Quarters. Join us each week to watch us collect quarters from our laundromat.
And see how much money we make. We also give tips on buying, owning, and running a laundromat, and to answer that question that everybody wants to know.
Does a laundromat make money?
Make sure you watch for the code word in the video and enter it into the comment section for your chance to win this coffee can full of quarters. You must be a subscriber.
So hit that subscribe button, press the like button, it really helps the channel, and don't forget the notification bell so you can be notified of future videos.
Let's get collecting. Hi everyone, I'm Tammy.
And I'm Greg, and we are Chock full of Quarters.
And we're going to be doing something a little different today. We are on our way home from helping our daughter Miranda move into her new place. And it was a long, hard day yesterday.
Yeah.
Greg got a good, nice workout.
Since my gym is closed, that was my workout for helping our daughter move.
Yeah, so she's all settled and we're on our way home. We're not going to do the count video this week. We are going to just do this and kind of tell you what's going on and some decisions we've made about the laundromat with everything that's going on. We are going to be posting notices on our doors, and I'll do a little copy of what we're going to be doing. Excuse me. So basically what the notice is going to say is we're open for business. Come on in, but we have a few rules. We are asking that only one person per family come in and actually handle the laundry. We want them to come in, put their baskets down, wash their hands, and then continue to load their clothes into the washer, and then go back out and sit in their car. And you have to remember too, also, I don't know if we've said this, we haven't had a single confirmed case in our city. So this is just going to be the start, because we just want to maybe try to help, kind of help maybe not spread it if it is around. So the other things we're going to ask is that they do the same thing with the dryers. Come in, load your dryer, go sit out in your car. Please don't bring your children. If you have to bring your small children in, that's fine. Keep them close. Please do not let them go to the play area, because the stuff that's on the walls is really hard to wash down because everything is moving parts.
So it's made of wood.
It's made of wood. So we're just asking them, just don't let your children go over there.
We're also asking people to, if they can, to fold at home.
Yeah.
We're just trying to do our little tiny part to help social distancing and make that easier for people.
Yeah.
I mean, we certainly appreciate our customers, and we don't mind them folding if they're like, I don't have room to fold them. Well, I have to here. Okay. We'll let people do it if they have to,
Right.
But if two people are doing it, can you have at least one table separation between you? So that's about 6 feet, and that way.
Yeah, but and we just hope that they're just going to take their stuff and run. It's really what we're kind of hoping, and where we're going to ask for them to, if they could do that for us. Now, I will tell you, the second there is a confirmed case of this in our city, here's what we will be doing. We are going to be removing all of our tables, chairs, and carts. Because it's really those are the surfaces that get touched the most. So once we have that confirmed case, that's what we'll be doing. We will stay open for business unless the government shuts us down. That's the only way. Excuse me. I need to take a sip. I'm sorry.
But I think people having a place to clean their clothes, and we're literally a cleaning facility. Yeah. That's what laundromats are. So I don't think. Unlike a bar or a restaurant or whatever, which is people go to be social, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that, obviously. But under these current circumstances, I would hope that we would not be one of the businesses that's told to shut down.
I know in San Francisco, laundromats were able to stay open. Now, what they got going on over there, they everybody's at quarantining. So, and I know there. Laundromats have become a necessity or
it is a necessity.
It is a necessity.
It's like a grocery store. Yeah.
So the laundromats are staying open. Other businesses have not been able to. So I think that's good news for us, which is great, because I do worry about us having to close, because our magnet business, our numbers are dropping, and it's not selling anything that's a necessity to them. So we are. Oh, hold on, let me fix this. So we aren't, we're a little worried, but I think it's going to be all okay. So somebody had posted. I'm sorry if I keep. I'm going to have to turn my camera around in a minute to show you all where we're. This part of the state is absolutely beautiful. I love driving this route because it's absolutely gorgeous. But I'll turn it around in a minute when we get to like this really, really pretty part, so you can all see like how gorgeous it is. I don't know. Are we there yet?
We're getting there.
Okay, I'll do that in a minute.
Yeah, we'll talk.
We'll talk. Okay, so I'm trying to keep doing this camera. So. So somebody had asked, I think it was Pat S., I'm not sure, it might have been somebody else, asked us about our quarter loss last week. Now, we only lost, I think it was about $10 in quarters. It only happens a couple times a year that we lose quarters. We generally have an excess of quarters, a minimum of $100 a week, always. And there's a couple of times that, because everybody's like, oh, get another change machine. For the times a year, like, I think the most is like 3 or 4 times a year. For 3 or 4 times a year, losing anything between $10 and $50 is not worth the investment. It's not worth the investment. And also, I want to say this. Everybody's like, oh, if you had another change machine, you wouldn't have to go down as much. And that would be the reason why my laundromat would fall apart. The less we are there, we know this for a fact, the less that we are there, the worse it gets, and we lose business. When I'm not on top of things, like, I'm a hard ass sometimes. Yeah. I really am. But, can we, let me see if I can show this. I'm going to try and show this real quick. Oops. I don't know if you can see any of that. I hope you can see that, but if not, there's other parts that I can show you. It's absolutely gorgeous here, where we live. It really is. And I know I told everybody we're just on the East Coast, but we're also in the mountains. So, I love the mountains. Love the beach, but love the mountains more. And that's how I am. I know that when I'm on top of things, my laundromat runs well. And it's just how it is. I mean, you just can't leave it alone. So, I know everybody with the suggestions of the extra change machines, it's just not something that we feel is worth the investment, because I know we would get a little complacent. I wouldn't be there as much. We wouldn't have to be there. I'll tell you something. I will tell you this. Doing this YouTube channel has opened my eyes, because now I look at everything. Oh gosh, that's dirty. Let's clean that up. I didn't even notice that was broken. Let's fix that. We had a chair that was broken. And I remember I had gone back to my notes that our employee had called us in 2 months ago and told us, hey, there's a chair that's broken. Neither one of us fixed it. Yeah. And then I sat in it and I was like, oh, this is broken. Is that the chair he was talking about? So for 2 months, that chair had, how many people had sat in it? Like, ugh, they got a broken chair, So, so the less we're there, the less we do, the less we notice. So, all of you, because you love our videos, which is awesome. I love it. I absolutely love it. Are helping us be better laundromat owners. Okay, I'm gonna try and see if you can see this. Oh my gosh, look at that out there. Can you all see that out there? I don't know if they can see it. Let's see. There. I don't know. I hope you saw that. I hope I don't have to edit it out. So all of you have helped us become better laundromat owners. So let's get back to
the losing of the quarters.
Now, here's a story for you. The most quarters we ever lost in one week was
$500.
$500. There's one of our competitors. It's not really a competitor. It's just that they're close. And they're a small laundry. They have like 10 dryers. They got a couple of front loaders and a bunch of top loaders. So this guy, his name was Gilly or Gilligan, or he had a really weird name. He had after he bought this laundromat. Now he bought this laundromat with no equipment in it because the previous owner, all of his equipment was repossessed. The Big M came in and took it all away, and it's not Milner. It's the other Big M that we don't like to talk about. And so he ended up selling the building. And so this guy came in, put in all used equipment. It came out really nice. He put in some Dexters. He had some really nice, I think he had some ADC dryers, a bunch of top loaders, cleaned it up, painted the building, made it look nice. And he'd been posting on Facebook the whole time. So we knew what he looked like. I knew what his truck looked like. And then he opened up. It was fine. We didn't see any difference in our sales. It was just, another laundromat. So it was all good. And then one day.
And then I was, this is back when I was opening, I think, 4 or 5 days a week as opposed to what I do now, which is just 4. When I open, I usually go in the morning and open the change machine and just see where we're at and make sure we don't need to move quarters, make sure we have enough to get at least through that day. So the day before I had opened, I was like, oh, we got plenty. This is at least, I think maybe it was like $700 in there. I was like, don't worry, we're good. We'll easily make it to the end of the day. And this was in the middle of the week. So I opened up the change machine, and we had done it was a plus $600 day in the middle of the week. And, there was no power outage, nothing abnormal. I was just like, in shock. I was like, why? How the hell did we do $600 on a weekday? So I pulled the paper and I started looking through it, and I found, and you have to understand, when you find like maybe $100 in 20s in a row, you're like, okay, somebody came in, usually I call them kids, but younger, maybe teenagers are in their 20s. They're going to play poker with their buddies and they need a bunch of quarters. So they go to the change machine and pull quarters. I used to do that when I was in college, and I get it. I've done that. So, but not to the, but this was $500 all in 20s, all gone. So we went and watched our video, and Tammy was like, I know that guy. Yeah. He's the other laundromat. And we saw him there stuffing $20 bills in.
Had a bucket and everything.
I don't remember, it had to take him 15-20 minutes.
He was there a while.
He was just shoving 20s in and scooping them into the bucket, and then it didn't do a stitch of laundry and just walked out. And so I had recognized the truck in the parking lot, and then when he walked in, because he wore like these John Denver glasses, and I was like, I know that guy. And so I called him up and I said, hey, this is Tammy from our laundromat. And he's like, hey, I'm like, I noticed you were in the other day. And I said, and you took all of our quarters. He didn't even deny it. He's like, yeah, I did. And I'm like, was there a reason why you didn't go to the bank? And he's like, oh yeah, they were closed. And I'm like, so you thought it was okay to come in and take all of my quarters? And he's like, well, you can go to the bank. I mean, and he was a jerk. I mean, he wasn't sorry. If he was at least a little bit sorry, I was desperate. The bank was closed. I'm sorry, I just needed enough to get through the night. First of all, you don't need $500 to get through the night. Yeah. You need if he had taken $200 and we called him, he says, I just wanted to get through the rest of the night for my customers. Okay, I understand that. Yeah. I probably, if I had been there, I would have done maybe the same thing. Yeah.
Didn't offer to. Didn't even offer to be like, hey, I can bring them back to you. You can buy them back for me. Not even like a solution. And I said to him, he said, you know what? I said, I have no problem helping out another laundromat owner. I said, I think it'd be great if we could work together and do stuff. I said, but you think this is okay? And I'm like, it's not. And to think that now I have to go to the bank, that you think that's okay that now I have to go to the bank. And so I told him, I said, here's my solution to this situation is that don't ever come back into my laundromat again, because if I see you again back here, I'm going to have you arrested for trespassing. And he's like, okay. And then he hung up. And I was like, what a jerk. And Greg wanted to...
I wanted to bring, his machine only takes 1s and 5s. I wanted to get $500 in 5s and go back to his laundromat and take my $500 back and then wait for him at my place and be like, no, you got to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Because I think we're one of the only laundromats in the area whose change machine actually takes 20s.
Yeah.
Most of them take 1s, 5s, and 10s.
Yeah. So, and at the time, Greg was working for the police department, and I was like, I don't want him calling up and complaining about you to the chief or whatever. Who knows what he would have done? So I was just like, and karma's going to come around. And boy, did karma come around pretty hard on him. We'll have to tell you the story about that. And I do have this is one of the stories that we are going to tell, is about this laundromat, how it first how it got sold, why it got sold, and I kind of told you about that already, but and about this guy and what he's done, and the poor people that bought the laundromat can't get out of it now, and they've had that thing for sale for a couple of years now, and they can't because that's a good, and I think I said it before in another video, this is the laundromat that was a good example as to why you need to do your diligence on your research on these laundromats, because you can get yourself into something that you might not be able to get out, and you're losing money hand over fist. So that was that jerk took all of our quarters. So and I don't think we had any other questions. I didn't even think to pull up the video. Hold on a second. I'm going to stop the video for a minute, because I'm going to pull up somebody had a couple other questions. I'm going to answer a couple of questions while we're doing this. So, but let me see if I can do, I'm going to see if I can do another, because look at this. This is what we're going into. Okay, we're back. So I was going through all of the things, and I answered all the questions, but I am going to do some shout outs, because we got some new people to the channel, and some of you other ones who have been here forever, so I'm going to give a couple shout outs. Ned Fishburne, I believe you're a new subscriber. Welcome, thank you for watching. Let's see, who else? I'm sorry, I gotta scroll through all this. Casey Lofton, welcome, thank you for watching. Fire and Roses, thank you for watching. Welcome. Hey, Jean. And DR Stewart. Hello, welcome. So glad you're here. Gosh, there's just, did you see how many comments there were this week? That was a ton. And we got more subscribers. Last week's video is at 490. I mean, I'm just like, yay.
That's great.
I mean, we're really like in the likes. Oh my gosh, we're loving all of it. We really are. And I'll tell you, I know I answered a lot of questions this week on the page. And I would prefer to answer them here, but because we were going to help Miranda move, I didn't know what was going to happen. So, but I really love the questions, because, I mean, I think maybe we'll think about it. I've never thought of doing a live stream, and I'll tell you why we haven't thought of doing a live stream. It scares us, because so many people get swatted. I mean, not that they could really, I mean, if somebody wanted to swat us, I mean, we'd see them coming, because we all need the windows. Yeah. But, I don't want to run the risk of, somebody, us doing a live stream and us getting swatted. But maybe we'll do it. I don't know, just to see what happens. But, so I want to, again, we want to thank everybody. We want to thank everybody who subscribes, who likes, who comments. It makes me happy. Yeah. It really does.
We really appreciate it.
We appreciate it. Just, it makes us feel good. So, thank you. So I'm Tammy.
And I'm Greg. And we are chock full of quarters.
What was I supposed to say? Oh, have an amazing week.
Yeah, have an amazing week. And don't forget, learn from the mistakes of others. You won't live long enough to make them all yourself.
Bye.
Bye.
So I turned off the camera and we forgot something. The code word. So this week's code word is road trip. So make sure you enter it into the comments below for your chance to be entered in the chock full of quarters, can of quarters contest. And remember, you have to be a subscriber to enter.
So hit that subscribe button.
Hit the like button. It really helps the channel.
Yeah, and that notification bell, so you when a new video comes out, you're aware of it.
Hope you have an amazing week.
And don't forget, learn from the mistakes of others. You won't live long enough to make them all yourself.